Okay, so if I can call other things the same name that is only given to Allah, won't I be committing shirk
No,
or an
because
offense?
God, He doesn't only have one attribute or two attributes. He has many attributes, and there is no one that has all the attributes of God. Yeah, unless you're God, unless that's all God. So, some people can't be called one attribute, two attributes, three attributes, but no one other than God can be called all the attributes.
All the you're right, but we can distinguish between the attributes. For example, if I call him Ar-Rahman or Ar-Rahim, it's still one attribute that describe who God is, right?
Yeah.
So I can
That's the
individuate.
attribute of Him.
So I can individuate the attributes of Allah. For example, Allah is the Haqq. He is all truth. So by that, I will then describe Allah also. I don't necessarily have to use the term Allah in the sentence, but if I speak to a Muslim and say Al-Haqq, they will automatically know that this is Allah that I'm talking about.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I would also agree with you. If you say the Al-Haq, yeah, I would first of all think about God. But you asked me, can other things be called God? No, can other things be called Al-Haq? And I did say, yeah, other things can also be the truth.
Or other things can also be the truth. Let me read for you Sahih Muslim 161 verse 8. I just want to read for you and I want to see if what do you think about this. This is by Sahih Muslim, so it is Sahih. Jubair bin Abdullah al-Ansari, who was one of the companions of the Messenger of Allah, reported the Messenger of Allah told about the intermission of revelation and narrated, while I was walking, I heard a voice from the sky and raised my head. I saw the angel who had come to me in Hira sitting on a throne between heaven and earth. I was terror-stricken and on that account and came back to my family and said, wrap me up. If Muhammad is talking in Sahih Muslim 161a, saying that he looked into the sky and he saw the angel that came to him in Hira sitting on a throne between heaven and earth. What is Jibril now doing sitting on a throne? And whose throne is that?
Okay, first of all, I'm not like familiar with that hadith, but let's say the I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna go through with it.
I can actually show you.
No problem.
If you want to.
No problem. No problem. I just no problem. Okay. So he's sitting on a throne between. It says heaven and earth. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with him sitting on a throne between heaven and earth, because the God that I believe in, he sits above heaven and above earth, above heaven, and he's sitting on he's what is called istawa al arsh. It's like he really like hard to define to translate it, but he's above the throne, above the heavens. So I don't have a problem with Jibril sitting in between heaven and earth on a throne.
Yeah, but now, as far as we know, according to the creation account, Allah, there's only one throne. Where does Jibril get a throne from?
No. Allah, he has the throne above all other thrones.
Yep,
But
there's only one.
there's also other thrones. There's thrones for kings, even on this earth. Kings, they used to sit on thrones.
I agree.
Yeah, so I don't have a problem with Gabriel sitting on a throne between earth and heaven. I believe that God is above heaven.
But the thrones of kings is not on between heaven and earth. The throne of kings is actually on the ground. But here Muhammad said he looked up to the sky and he saw Jibril sitting on a throne. In Islam, it's only Allah that sits on a throne, correct?
No. We also believe other people also sit on the throne. But if you talk about the throne, the highest throne, only God is above that throne.
Only God is above the throne. If anyone...
So there's many thrones, but there's only one that God is above. Yeah. If you understand what I mean,
I'm finding it very difficult to find that there is many thrones. I've never heard that before in Islam. All I know is that um, according
No,
to the
we can
creation
look at the
account,
world.
there's only one.
We can
One.
look at we
Mhm.
no, we can look at the world. We can look at the world. Has there
Arsh?
been many thrones on this earth? Has there been many thrones on this earth?
No, but this one floats in mid-air. It's in the sky between heaven and earth,
I
and
agree. I
no
agree.
throne is between
Between
heaven and
heaven
earth.
and earth. Between heaven and earth.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't think anyone
And
can make a. I'm
according
listening.
to us, is Allah above heaven, or is he between heaven and earth?
Well, that is a very good point that you are making. Since the Hadith, Muhammad also says that Allah comes down in the third part of the night to hear who is praying. So I'm not sure if he comes down with the throne or without the throne, or can the throne move. But what I do believe is that because the throne is created, the throne can come into earth because earth is created.
If a throne can come to earth,
Because it's a created subject, yes. Or, yeah, it's a created object, yes.
no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that throne comes to earth.
Okay, right. So only Allah can sit on the throne of Allah. No one else can sit on the throne of Allah, right?
Correct.
Have you read chapter 1779 of the Quran?
17. What?
1779. Chapter
You can
17.
read it.
Okay.
You can read it.
In
Is
7
Surah Kaf?
Surat Al-Isra.
Isra, okay.
Yeah. It says the following. From 77, I should read from 78. And during the part of the night, wait. While established prayer at the decline of the sun from its zenith until the darkness of the night, and so the recitation of the alteration, and during the part of the night prayer, it also continues to say that your Lord will resurrect you to a praise station. What is a praise station?
Well, I think I have to like go to the Quran and let him see that.
Yeah, 1779. Are you gonna open it up?
1779. Okay. Yeah, just give me a moment. 1779.
1779, yes. Chapter 17. Let me see if I can get it for you. Chapter 1779. Yeah, Bani Israel. Mm-hmm. 1779. Let's see who's there. Guys, keep on tapping, and thank you so much for liking the live. Nitros. Let's see what Nitros got. Nitros make a request, but it never comes up, man. No, I hope I'm saying it right. Double spam. You have to wear a headscarf because Umar so. Hey, Caliph Khan. behave you. So Sauda.
Okay, yeah. So it says that God will reject you to praise station, and as the tafsir, and said it is the highest place in paradise.
Do you know that the highest place in paradise is the throne of Allah?
Well, I believe that God is above paradise. I don't believe he's in paradise. I believe he's above paradise. I don't believe he's in paradise.
But you do believe that no one can sit on the throne of Allah?
Correct. Wow. But he's above paradise. He's not in paradise. He's above it.
So, but no creature can come to the throne of Allah because ultimately it belongs to Allah.
No creature can sit on the throne of Allah.
No. I want to show you something. Get ready. I want to show you something. This is Surat Al-Isra, ayat 79. The interpretation of the verse is Al-Qurtubi, right? Here's Al-Qurtubi.
Okay.
So one of the legendary scholars, Al-Qurtubi, says the following. There is no prophet from Adam onward except that there will be under my banner. Is what, can you see that last part? Is what At-Tabari related from a group including Mujahid, that they said the praiseworthy station, the praiseworthy is when the exalted.
It says the third option or something first.
Yeah, it's the third opinion.
I think you skipped part.
Yeah, there's multiple
Oh, yeah,
opinions.
okay.
This is the third opinion. You see,
Okay.
there's a second
Okay.
opinion, and it comes down to the third opinion. I just
Okay,
took the
okay.
third one. The exalted seats Muhammad, peace be and blessings be upon him, with him on his throne. So why?
Okay, so it says that Prophet Muhammad is sitting on the throne of Allah.
Yeah, it says with him, yeah, with him there.
Okay,
With him
so
on his throne.
that is an interpretation. That's an interpretation from At-Tabari,
Yeah.
and we don't believe that he's infallible. So I don't have to accept it. It doesn't say it in the Quran, so I don't have to accept it.
So we don't have to accept what At-Tabari is saying.
He said
Or
it's a third
Qurtubi is
opinion. So it's two opinion first, and then a third opinion.
Yeah, that is multiple.
He's not saying that it's
There's
true.
multiple opinions, and
Yeah.
all of the opinions
It
agree
doesn't mean
with.
that all the opinion is true.
It agrees with one another. You see, this is a
Well,
different
it
one.
don't-
This is who?
Well,
This is
again, I don't have to accept it. I don't have to accept it because it doesn't say it in the Quran that anyone is sitting on the throne but God. Okay,
But the scholars is now
so I don't have
saying.
to accept it.
But the scholars is saying he's
It's a
going to
third-
do it. The scholars
opinion.
agree with one another.
It's saying the third opinion.
Yeah,
It's
but
saying it's saying it's an opinion, and it's not the first. It's not the second. It's a third opinion. So what's the point?
Okay, yeah, I'm still building, right? I'm going to show you something which Muhammad actually says by himself. This is in Sahih Muslim 23454b. Right, this is in Muslim. Jubair bin Mut'im report on the authority of his father that he heard Allah's messenger saying, I have many names. I am Muhammad, I am Ahmad, I am Al-Mahdi, through whom Allah obliterates unbelief, and I am Hashr, the gatherer, at whose feet the people will be gathered, and I am Akib, after whom there would be none, and Allah has named him as compassionate and merciful. Now, if we look at this hadith over here, you can even write it down if you want to double check it. Muhammad says that the people will be gathered at his feet. When will the people be gathered at the feet of Muhammad?
Well, I would presume it is on Judgment Day because the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will be the only person that will be able to intercede for people. So I believe it's at that time. Yeah, and people will be at his feet because the Prophet will be the only person that will intercede because all the people, they would be on Judgment Day and they would go to Prophet Adam and he would say, I've sinned or something, or I cannot intercede, and they would go on. They will go to Abraham, they will go to Moses, they will go to Jesus, and then they would go to Prophet, and then he will be able to intercede.
Yeah, I've read that.
okay.
I've read that hadith, and that hadith is interesting. But now the question that we should ask, since we reason with it and look at it, then we should ask the question: if the people is going to be gathered on the day of Yom Qiyamah at the feet of Muhammad, why not the feet of Allah?
Well, it doesn't say that people will be gathered at the feet of Muhammad. It says that people will be at the feet of Muhammad.
No, it
And
said
that's correct. And and Yom Al Qiyamah is not one day. It's like it's like over 50,000 years.
oh wow, that's the first for me. Thank you for that information. He says in the hadith, I am Hashr, the gatherer, at whose feet the people will be gathered. So they will be
Yeah,
gathered
it could be
at his feet.
it could be metaphorical. Metaphorical, yeah.
Metaphorical?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because
This,
because because people will plead to Muhammad. People will plead to him. They will say, "Can you intercede for us?" And then he will say, "Yes, I will intercede for you." And then he will talk to God, and he will intercede. So it's not like literally that people will be at his feet. It is metaphorical.
okay. I want you to read a verse for me if you have the Quran there. Sorry, in front of you. If you have, if you
Thank you,
have,
Bilal. Yeah, it was Bilal that said that. Thank you, Bilal.
it was who?
Yeah, I do agree with him.
Sorry,
Yeah,
who?
it was one of the comments that said that, and I do agree with him. It's metaphorical.
It's
It's not like literal.
metaphorical.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if it's still metaphorical, Bilal. Bilal and Liban. In Quran chapter 2, verse 123, let's see if it's metaphorical. It says, then guard yourself against a day. Ibn Abbas say this day here is known as the day of judgment, when one soul shall not avail another, nor shall compensation be accepted for her, nor shall intercession profit her, nor shall anyone be helped. So on the day of Yom Kiyama, we see now that no intercession is going to help anybody, and no one is going to intercede. So do we still say that Muhammad is going to intercede for everyone?
Well, first of all, Muhammad is not going to intercede for everyone. He's going to intercede for the Muslims. And second of all, I would presume that the intercession would be of yourself or of others. It's like a general rule, and the Prophet, he would be an exception to that rule.
Yeah, but Allah's word is almighty and it's powerful. Even in chapter 2, verse 47, where it says, still and continues on that day. Let me just read. O children of Israel, call to mind my favor which I bestow upon you, and that I have made you excel in the nations, and be on your guard against a day, again, same like 2, 1, 2, 3, when a soul shall not avail another in the least, neither shall intercession on its day be accepted, nor shall any compensation be taken from it. In chapter 2, verse 123, he's talking to the Muslims. In chapter 2, verse 47, he's talking to the children of Bani Israel, and he's saying no intercession. So is Muhammad
Bani Israel,
going to...
Bani Israel is also Muslim. Bani Israel is also Muslim.
Okay.
Jacob was Muslim, and his children was Muslim. And that's true. That's true. There will be no intercession. That's a general rule. It doesn't. Yeah, that's a general rule. It's not. I won't say it's an absolute rule that there is. Yeah, I would say it's a general rule, and there is an exception to the rule, but exceptions don't make a rule. Correct.
Okay. Now, Laban, I'm gonna hold you to what you have earlier on said. Earlier on, you said you do not go with the scholars that say that Muhammad is sitting on the throne with Muhammad. You don't have to accept it. Here, where Allah speaks in the Quran, there's no such thing as a general rule. We have to accept it. It's done.
Well, the thing is, when we read the Quran, first of all, it's not like we take our own what is called what is called when you like read a text and you take what you want from it. It's like what's called.
So sorry, say cherry picking.
Interpolation.
Or interpretation.
Yeah, interpretation. Yeah, interpretation. Okay, so when we read the Quran, it's not like we just read the Quran and we just like read this and we interpret it in the way that we want or in the way that we think. We first of all we take what the Prophet said, okay, because he's the explainer of the Quran. So we take what the Prophet said. After that, we take what the scholars said. So it's not like it's not like we just read the text and we just take a ruling from it. We have to see what the Prophet said about it. We have to say what the scholars said about it.
Okay. And what about the hadith of Allah where Allah say that whose hadith shall you take outside of this one? What about that one?
Which hadith? Which hadith?
That's within the Quran where Allah say, which hadith will you take outside of the hadith of Allah?
Which verse?
In
is
the
that?
verse, I'm going to show you the verse now.
Yeah, which verse?
Just give me a second. Let me just connect with my homies here. Chapter 17. Let me just see. Sorry, I do not want to waste your time. Thank you so much, guys. This is appreciated. Oh, this is the old one. Sorry, this is the one. Oops, my bad. Sorry, Laban. I don't want to waste your time.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, I just want to connect with the guys.
You know, I thank you for this conversation. I think you're very respectful, and do appreciate for that. Are you a Christian?
Welcome. Yeah, you are very welcome, my friend. I have no problem.
Thank you, bro. I think that we do have like different beliefs, but we can like come together and like reason. I don't see any problem with that.
It's nice. There's something that I wanted to show you. Is there something that I wanted to show you? What did I wanted to show you? Haibo. I forgot now something. Laban,
Yeah, you were going to show me a verse, the hadith or something. You said
Yeah.
something about the
Oh,
hadith.
great. Yeah, that's it. I want to show you something. So there's a verse that I wanted to show you.
Again, I wouldn't have a problem with God saying that. Which other sayings or which other truth will you take? But God's words. But the Quran it didn't come in a vacuum. It came with a prophet that explains it, and the prophet said.
Let me see. Sorry, guys. I don't want to waste your time. It is Friday, and the guys does want to, chill a little bit. I must actually get it. Sorry, man. This is now terrible. I mentioned something. I mentioned something and I can't even back it up. What's wrong with me? Then there's something wrong with me, but I do have it. Wait, what am I doing? I do have it, guys. I do have it. Please, I'm not speaking out of ignorance. Pardon me quickly. So sorry, Fab. So sorry. Let me just get in here. I want to give him. I want to accurately represent the verse. So sorry, guys. I'm gonna get it. Oops, Raya, just thinking so long. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Is it 45:6? 45:6, King.
Chapter 4, verse 87. Chapter 7, verse 185. Chapter 18, 6. I'm gonna read it quickly. Thank you so much, Chosen. Let me just get. Let's go to chapter 4, verse 87. Chapter 4, 87. Um, 487. Allah, there is no deity except Him. He will surely assemble for you for the day of resurrection, about which there is no doubt. And who is more truthful than Allah in statement? So Allah's statement here, that is his hadith. Chapter 7, verse 185. See what 7 185 is saying. 7 185. Let's see. 7 185. Stay alive on 7 185. Can be a radio station. Do they not look into the realm of the heavens and the earth and everything that Allah has created and think that perhaps their appointed time has come near. So, in what statement will you believe? I believe that this is what is known and in the transliteration as hadithan, the word hadith for this particular verses. So Allah's story in the Quran, it says, will you believe anything else besides the hadith of Allah or what Allah has revealed? You see. So now that's why I want to hold you to that very same standard. Where's the guys over here? Let me just be sharp, guys. The guys in YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. Much appreciated for everybody. That is sitting and chilling over there. The Les effect. Thank you so much. Let's see if there's someone else. Also, hadith. Allah says it's wathi. I don't know. Bilal. I don't know Bilal. Okay, so there was people that made the request
Alright,
and left.
Alright, bro. Okay, so you said, okay, what other hadith than what God says will you take?
The hadith of Allah, yes.
Well, I believe you have to put it in context. Well, what's the context talking about,
Context, what the context is that I think no explanation is required when Allah would say, my hadith, right? Take my word, take what I say. You understand?
Correct.
So
we take what he says.
yes,
We take what he says, but when he says, what other things than what I say will it take? You have to put in the context. You have to say, okay, is he like talking on Judgment Day? Is talking prior to Adam? Is talking like to the previous prophets? You have to take it in the context what it's talking about, because there are also other truths that God didn't necessarily say. For
yeah.
example, 2 plus 2 is 4. He didn't say 2 plus 2 is 4.
So this
Yeah.
would mean that chapter 2 verse 123, chapter 2 verse 47 of the Quran clearly states that on the day of Yom Kippur, no intercession. But you know what was interesting, because I was thinking about this yesterday, is if the intercession, what is the point of Muhammad's intercession if chapter 19 verse 71 say that all Muslims or all believers, everyone is going to Jahannam? What is the point of it?
No, it doesn't say that all Muslims will go to Jahannam. It says, are you talking about Sirat al-Bridge? Are you talking about the bridge that
There's no
and that bridge is above hell? It doesn't say that all Muslims will enter hell. Are you saying that all Muslims will enter hell?
is
It doesn't
there
say that.
is there a surah called the bridge? I've never seen it.
No, there's not. Wait, sorry, Bruges. I'm not sure. Bruges, maybe it's a
No,
bridge.
I don't think there's a surah of the bridge. And in chapter 19 from 68 to 71, you can see here. Let me just read for you. So by your Lord we will surely gather them and the devils, then we will bring them to be presented around hell upon their knees. Verse 69. Then we will surely extract from every sect those of them who were worst against the most merciful in insolence. Verse 70. Then surely it is we who are most knowing of those who are worthy of burning therein. Verse 71. And there is none except he who will come to it. This is upon your Lord an inevitability decreed. So you can see from 68 to 71, everyone will be brought to hell. You will go
No,
through it. Ikabot.
it's addressing the people in hell. So when the people in hell is, I believe it's addressing the people in hell, because not all Muslims will go to hell. Some Muslims will be there for a particular time, but all Muslims will eventually enter heaven.
So the point
And
is everybody is going to hell.
all people, no, not everybody. The pious Muslims that has lived a good life obeying God, they will not enter hell even for a second. But those Muslims that did a lot of sins while they were Muslims, they will enter hell for a period of time. Well, not all people will enter hell, and all people will go over the straight, the Sirat they will go over that bridge. All people, and those disbelievers, they will maybe disbelievers, they don't even have to go through or over that bridge, because they will already be in hell. I'm not sure if only the Muslims will go over the bridge, or if everyone will go. I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, but the bridge is not mentioned in the Quran, right? Same like the other verses that you said. If it's not
It is-
mentioned in
it
the
is- it is
Quran,
mentioned.
you
It
don't
is-
have to take it. So the bridge is not
It is
mentioned.
mentioned.
The bridge is mentioned
It is
in the
mentioned.
Quran. Okay, let me see.
It is mentioned. If you just you can search, like, the bridge over hell in Islam.
Let
I
me see
believe it's mentioned.
from the Quran. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 1971. Okay, we've read 1971. So in 1971, even in the transliteration, if I go to the roots of it, it does not mention bridge. Let me see if there's another one. In 36,
Well, it's
66.
called-
Sorry, say again.
It's called Sirat what is it called? It's like, the Sirat is like, it's like a path. Sirat, Sirat. I don't like really remember what it's called, but I do believe that it is mentioned. The bridge is mentioned in the Quran. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it. Okay, just give me one moment.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Let's see who's next. What's up, Nef? Neffy? Neffy, my bro, Neffy. What's up, Neffy? Da, 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 da. Let's see, man. You must know someone. Okay, man, go. Da-da, da-da. Nee, wat gaat er nou aan?
Het was er net ook niks.
Is dat ja? Is dat nou dan zo hartseer?
Yeah, bro. It was 1971, but okay. It doesn't mention
Doesn't mention it.
by name, but it is like, it is like, alluded to it, and the Prophet, he has said it in multiple narrations.
Yeah, but you see, the Quran does not allude to the bridge at all, so we cannot take the alluding of the bridge in the Quran, because we have to take the word of Allah as it is.
Well, it does. It does say that, there is with. Yeah, yeah, in the verse it say there is not one of you, but will there's like everyone will like come to it. So where is the it?
We'll come to it. That would be, if you read chapters from verse 68, 68, 69, it will say, we will bring everyone to hell. There. You can go check it
But
out.
you believe no, but you. Well, I believe in Sirat al-Bridge. Yeah, Al-Sirat is called Al-Sirat, and there's like many narrations from it.
Oh, Al-Sirat.
I don't know. It's a bit low.
Al-Sirat is crazy, bro.
Sorry, Ahmad. I muted you because of the sound. Ahmad,
Hey,
what?
brother, you ask me many questions. Can I ask you some questions then?
Is it in relation to the topic?
No, really. I want to ask you about Christianity.
Yeah, I was actually going to do Christianity tomorrow, because I just want to focus on this topic tonight, if you don't mind.
Me too. I want to ask you about Christianity, bro.
Why Christianity? What did Christianity do to you?
Well, I believe Christianity is evil, because babies in Christianity are sinners. I don't believe a baby is a sinner. I
A
believe
baby is not
babies
a
are
baby is not a
purely
sinner.
innocent.
Baby is not a sinner.
They believe in the original sin.
Yeah, but the baby is not a sinner.
Do you believe in original sin?
Yeah, but what is original sin for you?
Original sin, it would mean that Adam committed a sin, and that sin it goes on through his lineage.
Oh, the sin goes on through the lineage
No,
of.
the sin disappear, bro, for them. They got saved. They saved them, bro.
Okay, so just calm down, Muhammad. I'm gonna be with you now.
These Christians, they saved, my friend.
Ahmed, if you want to stay on this panel and if you want to have a decent conversation, me and Liban, we are
Yeah,
talking.
fuck you. How about that, bitch?
Say again.
How about that,
Hey,
you
man.
motherfucker? You don't tell me
Hey.
shit.
Okay.
Hey man,
Allah
then?
Akbar, you motherfucker.
All
All
right.
right,
What is
bitch
wrong with
nigga?
you?
Okay, Ahmed.
All right, you
I
piece
don't-
of
I
shit.
don't- I
Ahmed,
don't
just
even
Take
think
me
you're Muslim,
shit,
man.
you
Ahmed,
motherfucker.
if you stop having verbal diarrhea,
Yo, I'm
can
a
we-
Muslim, bro. I ride your ass like a bitch.
Yeah, sure. So,
You're not
I
having
ride you like a bitch.
yeah,
You're not
wonderful.
behaving like a Muslim.
That's what I do.
Yeah, great. Ahmed,
Just kick him,
just a
bro.
quick
No,
question.
bro, fuck him. Don't be feel nice to these motherfuckers.
Just-
These
just-
motherfuckers, when they see us nice, bro, they want to ride us, bro. Don't
Just-
let them do that.
Just a quick
Just
He's
kick him.
question.
acting
Just-
dumb. I know him. He's a piece of
Just
shit.
kick this guy, man.
Can no? I just really would love to. I want to hear what he has to say. Okay, there he left.
He's a troll, man. I don't even believe he's Muslim. But again, yeah. So original sin, it is a sin committed by Adam, and it goes through his lineage, and everyone is born with a sin.
Okay. Sure, no
Do you,
problem.
do you agree with that? Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. I don't believe that you are born with a sin. I don't believe that.
Okay, so what is the original sin then?
So, the fall of mankind happened in the book of Genesis, chapter 2. If you read it, you will see that the reason for the fall is because of disobedience. If you
Right.
read that specific verses, and then you're going to find out that Eve speaks to Satan here, right? And she tells him the story about God who told him not to eat of the tree. Okay? And by not eating of the tree, that would prevent them from sinning. But then, if you continue to read, that verse says, or in that story, it says where Satan say, "Did God really say that you will not die, or you're going to die?" Right? Did he say so? So here's the two things. Laban, this is what we're going to. The two of us is going to work with. If God tells you what not to do, did God give you a fair warning?
You have to put it in the context. The context is, Adam, he's never seen a sin before. He doesn't know what disobeying God means. So he did disobey God, and God did give him a fair warning. But God, he willed it. He did know that Adam would eat from the tree. Do you agree that that God knew that Adam would eat from the tree?
I would rather for now, I would like to just stick to the question. Do you think that God gave them a fair warning?
God is always fair.
Okay.
God is always fair.
And therefore God has told them about what they should do and should not do.
Correct. He did.
And therefore we cannot
But
blame God.
okay. We cannot blame God. I do agree. But did God know that Adam would eat from the tree?
I'm going to say that and I would love you to hear why I say so, right? I would say no.
Oh, wait. So God did not know that Adam would eat from the tree.
Yeah, I would say no.
Well. That would mean that God is not all knowing.
That would mean that God is all knowing, but people have free will.
No. If God did not know what choice Adam would make, it would mean that God is not all knowing.
Okay. Can I elaborate or give you a little bit more context as to why I say no, right? And why I would say
Before you
to-
do that, you know, the thing is, you know, right now you're committing a contradiction because you're saying, you know, God is all knowing, but he did not know that Adam would sin.
Adam
Do
is
you see
going to eat from
contradiction?
I did not know.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So you can explain.
can I qualify? This is why I will qualify. Scenario wise, does God know that you are going to commit suicide?
If I in 10 years commit suicide, God knows.
Is that a sin to take your own life?
What?
Is it a sin to take your own life?
Yeah, it is.
So if you take your own life by committing suicide and God knows, will God punish you for that?
Yeah, he will.
Then taking your own life is then therefore a sin.
Yeah, it is.
So you just said taking your own life is not a sin because God knows that you will take your own life. So if you know, then He knows you're going to commit sin, then He will punish you for it. Do you see what is happening, Amir Lyman?
Not really, because I don't know if I'm going to commit suicide or not. I don't know that, but God knows it. God knows it, and
He's still going to
Yeah.
punish you for doing what He knows
Yeah.
that you are going to do.
yeah,
Why?
yeah, he will punish me for it.
Why?
Why? Because I committed a sin.
Because He's an all knowledgeable. So why must He punish you?
Why he must punish me? Because I committed a sin.
But why must He punish you if He knows that you are going to commit the sin? He's aware, He's all knowledgeable of
Yeah.
it. Why must He
Yeah,
punish you?
yeah, because he is fair. He is fair. He will not punish someone until they do the action, because yeah,
Until they do the action, right?
yeah.
So-
But he knows what action I'm going to take. Does your God know what action you're going to take?
But sorry, can I just ask a question on this, Liben? When you say he knows what action you are going to take, are you making that action the only option available to you? And I'll make I'll make this example. So when you say, when King says, does God know you are going to unalive? Do you say, if I unalive in 10 years, is that the only option you had over the 10-year period? The answer would be no.
Bro, I don't get your question. What's your question, bro?
Okay, so I'm saying, why do you position that punishable action as the only outcome that could have possibly happened? Why did you like when you say, did God know Adam is going to sin? You make it sound like that was the only outcome that was ever going to happen, as opposed to Adam
was, though.
having.
No,
Hey,
it was the only option because it happened.
it was.
And yeah.
It was his. It was his own action, but it wasn't the only option he had, right?
No, yeah, correct. It was not the only option he had, but God knew the option that Adam would take.
You're saying he knew the option that Adam would take.
Yeah.
Then did Adam sin?
Did he know the? Hey, no, go ahead, King.
No, then did Adam sin? If Allah knew,
He did.
if God knew,
he did
he sin?
Yeah.
Then He knew
Adam
about
did
it.
sin, yeah. Yeah,
Then why
yeah.
did God punish him for doing something that was already preordained for
Because-
him?
Because it was God's will. God, it was God's will.
Okay,
It
let's
was God's will.
see.
And
So-
God did know.
So would you agree that
But
in Islam
Adam
is
sinned
also
of
the
his
original
own
sin?
accord.
Say again. Sorry.
What? Adam sinned of his own accord.
Of his
It was
own
not
accord.
God.
It was not God.
Yeah.
All right. So if it
Well,
was
God
not
did
God,
know what he was going to do. He created him, and he knew what he was going to do, and that's why he put the tree in there.
it's,
That's why
it's,
he put the tree in there, because he knew he would eat from the tree, and he would send us down to earth.
it's confusing for me because Allah knows, and yet when you do it, Allah's going to punish you for doing it because He knows it. So what is the point of punishing me for something that He knew? Like, for example, Adam and Moses had a fight. Moses said, "It's because of you that we are out of Jannah." And Adam responded, "How can you blame me if this is the sin that Allah has preordained for me 40 years before my creation?" Do you see? So long
Okay, okay,
before
wait.
he already knew you were going to sin. Why punish him?
Are you trying to say that, why did he punish Adam when he knew that Adam would sin?
Yep. Why did he punish
Okay,
him?
okay. Would it be fair? Would it be fair of God to punish Adam without him committing a sin?
Yeah, because he already knew what Adam
No,
was
it
going
would
to
not
do.
be fair. It would it be fair or not? I think it would not be fair
It'd
if
be fair.
Adam never committed a sin and he got the punishment of committing a sin.
It would
It
be
would not be fair.
It would be.
No,
For-
it would not be fair.
It would
It
be.
would not be fair because Adam, if Adam never committed a sin, it would be wrong of God to punish him as if he has committed a sin.
Great. Now watch what Muhammad said. Muhammad said, "If you do not commit sin, Allah will wipe you from creation, or will annihilate you and replace you with people that would sin." Do you see? So Allah is aware of people that will sin, and He's good with it. So if you don't, then
Yeah.
you literally go against the will of Allah, and He will
No, no,
replace
no,
you.
no. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
It says,
It says. It
I will
says
get it for you.
if no one. No, no. I'm familiar with that hadith. It does say that if there is no one that commits sin, He would wipe us clean, and then He would replace us with people that do commit sins. And those people that do commit sins, some people of them will turn to God and they will plead with God. They will be sorry. And that is more worth than, for example, the angels. The angels, they never commit a sin. They're created to worship God. But we humans, we have the free will to choose God willingly or disobey God willingly.
Okay, let me read Sahih Muslim 2749 for you, because it's not what it's saying. Listen to what Abu Hurairah reported Allah's Messenger having said, "By Him in whose hand is my life, if you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence, and He would replace you by those who would commit sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and He would have pardoned them." So Allah have orchestrated the fall of man so that man can sin and repent. Allah does not like people who do not commit sin.
Allah did orchestrate it. I do agree with that. But in your paradigm too, you have to also agree that your God also, He did orchestrate Adam committing a sin
No.
because he did put a tree in there and He did tell him to not eat from it. What was the reason that God, He said, don't eat from the tree? What was the reason, do you think?
It shows the justice of my God to tell these people, warn them, do not eat of this, for you will suffer the consequences. And in the other side,
why
where
did He do
Allah
that?
says, go ahead, go do it, it will be okay with me.
No.
Yep.
No, I don't agree with that. But again, what was the reason that God, He put a tree in there? What was the reason? Can you tell me that?
Oh, for the reason for the trees in the
That
garden?
you believe in. That you believe in, the God that you believe in. Why do you think that He put a tree in there and it did tell Adam, don't eat from it? What was the reason for that?
I'm going to be very honest with you. The reason for the tree in the midst of the garden, specifically, I do not have enough understanding or knowledge of why He put it there. So I cannot answer you
Okay.
100%.
Can I tell you why?
Oh, go
Can I
ahead.
tell you why? Okay, so the reason He put the tree in there is because He knew that Adam and Eve would eat from the tree and they would be sent to earth. God, He had a plan for us that we would be on this earth and that we would be tested. And He would test, the people that are good and the people that do bad. So that's His plan. That's His plan for us.
No, I think you should substantiate your claim. that you made by saying God knew, and therefore He knew people were going to fall, and He knew all of this. You should substantiate that.
Yeah, I can substantiate it by saying God knows everything. It's so easy. It's so easy to
No,
substantiate.
that's a circle.
No,
That's a
no,
circle.
does God know everything?
That's a
Does
circle.
does God
That's
know
a circle,
everything?
my friend. That's a
No,
circle.
but wait, bro.
The moment when I asked
Bro,
you for
wait,
evidence,
wait.
the
Does God know
moment
everything? Does God know what choice you're going to make tomorrow?
My
Does He know? Does He know the choice
if
that
I
you're
go,
going to
listen
make
to this, Laban. If I go outside of the will of God, let's say, let me go with you and say, God
You're not
knows
answering my question, bro.
exactly. God knows exactly what I'm going to do, right? Let's
Yeah.
say He wants me
Yeah.
to go. Let's say I'm going to church tomorrow, for example.
Correct.
But I do not. I decide out on my own. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
somewhere
Then
else.
He knows that you're not going. Then He knows that you're not going to go.
Was
He knows that
the
you're not going to
plan
go.
was the plan of God not for me to go to church?
Could you repeat that?
If God knew that I was going to church tomorrow, right? If He knew
Yeah.
I was going to church tomorrow, and I am on my way, but I take a different route. I'm going somewhere else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Was the plan of God not for me to go to church?
Yeah. Then the plan of God, or the plan that God knew of that you would do, is that you would not go to church. He
No.
knew that you would not go to church.
No.
Are you saying? Well,
You
bro,
see, you're
can't say-
conflating,
you can-
you're
no, no, you
confusing
can't-
your
you can't say-
own
No,
belief now.
You can say God is all knowing. At the same time, He
trying to
doesn't know
find
what you're going to do
something.
tomorrow. You cannot say God is all knowing. At the same time, He doesn't know what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, but remember, you agreed with
Does
me.
God know what you're going to do tomorrow?
You agreed with me that God knows I'm going to church, right?
No, I did not say that.
No,
He
no, you
knows
agreed
what
with me
you're
on
going
that.
to do.
And then
No.
if
I did
I'm
not,
on
bro.
my way, if I'm on my
I
way,
did not, bro.
but changed my mind, right?
You're misrepresenting me. Bro.
I'm not misrepresenting you. It's a simple
Okay,
question.
okay,
Did
well,
God
okay,
know that I was
okay.
going, or was it God's plan for me to go to church?
What I'm saying is, whatever you're going to do tomorrow, God knows it. So if you go to church tomorrow, He knows that you're going to church tomorrow. If you don't go to church tomorrow, He knows that you're not going to church tomorrow.
Just wait, hold on. Just give me a second.
Is that
I
logical?
think
Is
I'm
that
on the wrong. Okay. Yeah.
is that logical? Is that illogical? Because you believe that God is
No,
all knowing.
I think
At the same time, you're saying
I think what you are talking about, you are already talking about predeterminations. Everything is predetermined. Everything is going to happen.
Yes,
Everything
foreknowledge.
is already
No, I'm
there.
saying
The
foreknowledge.
foreknowledge. You
Yeah.
already you talking
Yeah.
about that. But what I'm saying is that you leave no room for free will. Does free will exist?
I do. Yeah, free will
Okay, what
does
is
exist.
what is
You
free
can
will?
choose whatever. Free will is well, I believe in a limited free will. I don't believe in like you cannot do everything that you want. For example, if you want to go,
what is a limited free will?
yeah. For example, if you want to go fly off the moon of a building, you cannot fly. So you have a limited free will.
That's committing
You are
suicide.
like bound. Yeah, if you want to commit suicide and you do that, yeah, you can do that.
No, is
You
that a
have power to
sin?
do it.
Is that a sin?
It is sin, yeah.
Yeah. So if committing suicide or unaliving yourself is a sin, is that in the will of God?
Yeah, it is. If you do
If that is in the will of God, then God cannot punish me for doing His will.
Well, there's
Then why am I
nothing that
going-
happens without the will of God. There's
Oh,
nothing
there
that happens without the will
is.
of God.
There is some
No,
things
there
that
is not.
happens outside of the will of God.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you tell
my
me one
friend.
thing? Can you tell me one thing that happens without the will of God?
Me unaliving myself is not within the will of God. That's outside of the will of God.
If you choose to do it, it was the will of
No,
God.
if it is me, it's a rule that you cannot put your hand in your own bosom, meaning that you cannot unalive or take your own life. It's only for God to do so. He is the author and the perfecter of your faith. He is the giver of life and the taker thereof. Is not for me. That means I am God over my own life. I am the judge over my own life, and I determine whatever. I don't need God. So unaliving myself is not within the will of God. It only belongs to God, not to me.
I disagree, bro. I
Okay.
disagree.
So let me see. You were talking about the original sin is in Christianity, right?
Yeah.
And so is the original sin within Islam?
No.
Chapter
Well, we do have like the first sin that was committed by Adam. We do have, but we don't believe in like the original sin that you guys believe in. We believe that everyone is born pure, innocent. We don't inherit any sin.
you no, but now you're trying to deviate. Did Adam sin? Is Adam the
Correct. Yeah.
first person to sin within Islam?
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
was the first sin of Adam in Islam?
Eating from the tree.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
So hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Did our
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Bro, you're funny, bro.
so
Yeah, bro,
Laban, what is your
funny,
point?
you're funny. No, you said. No. No.
I
Okay,
like
so
you. I
Adam
like
did
you, Laban.
commit.
I like you. I like you.
I do like you too. I do like you too, bro. And may God guide us to the truth.
We all know. Alright, so we agree then. Christianity has original sin.
Have to.
Islam has original sin. Guys, we just have to go and figure this thing out, But what I do believe as a Christian is that I'm not born with the sin of Adam. The book of Romans said, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." I don't believe that a child commits sin who is not knowledgeable of the sin, who don't know
Okay, not
exactly what they are
everyone is
doing.
born a sinner. Not everyone is a born a sinner then.
So, sorry, say again?
Is everyone born a sinner?
No.
Okay, so Jesus died for the sins, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, did he die for also, the original sin?
Yeah, it was for the restoration of the fall of man, so that man can be restored to God.
Yeah, so, but is it that Adam committed sin and you guys cannot I don't know how to say it, bro. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, let me
What you wanna say, bro?
let me help you with that, and maybe it can spark the convo again. The reason for the unaliving of Jesus on the cross of Calvary for our sins is because the original idea of God was for men to be with God, right? Not even though the Garden of Eden was on earth and they were put out of the Garden of Eden, but even let's say sin never occurred, Adam and Eve would have still produced children. Do you agree?
If they were in the garden,
Yeah, do you agree?
it was not the will of God.
No, because in the creation account of the book of Genesis, you will find out that God in Genesis chapter 1, God created, what he has created there is to produce after its own kind. Hence why God said, Adam it's not good for Adam to be alone. So he created a mate for him. Right?
Correct.
He could have created more men. He could have done that. But instead, he created a female, and we know that a female has the ability to produce. So my question is this: even if they were in the Garden of Eden and they've never sinned, Adam and Eve would still have produced children, would have still have an offspring, and if they've never sinned, we would have been in the perfect will of God. Correct?
Well, I would agree with you that there would be a possibility, but again, since it never happened, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Do you see? Do you see?
Yeah, there will be a possibility. Yeah. If let's say Adam never sinned, and he had children and so on. It would be like possible, but again, it was not the will of God to do that.
Yeah. Let's no. Let's see.
But let me ask you. Let me ask one question. Let me ask you one question. Do you believe it is fair for an innocent person to die for a guilty person or a wicked person or a criminal person.
In which way? You have to elaborate a little bit.
In any way, do you believe it's fair for the innocent to die for the not innocent?
In relation to outside of Jesus, I would say
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no question, first of all.
no. I think that is a very loaded question.
Because I would say no. I would say no. I would say no. It's not fair for an innocent person to die for person that is not innocent.
Why would you say no?
I would say no because if we like look at the word, if you go to any court would not accept an innocent person taking the punishment of the person that's guilty. Do you agree?
Any person will not take the punishment for a
Will-
person
will-
that is guilty.
Yeah, that would be injustice. Let's say I
Still loaded.
unalived someone.
It's still,
Let's say
it's still loaded though. Do you want to refine the question? Maybe?
no. Wait. Let me give an example. Let's say I unalived someone,
Yeah.
and the people, or I go to court. I get sentenced. I get guilty verdict. Would it be fair of someone else to come up and stand up and say, I will take the punishment of Liban? Would that be fair or no? It's a yes or no question.
That would, for me, it would be no.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So an innocent taking the punishment of a person that is guilty would not be fair, correct?
It would not be fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
So God would not do something that is unfair. Do you also agree with that?
But here's where we're going to make the difference. Here is where we're going. Now let me ask you
Do you
this.
see? Do you see?
Let's say
But do you see my point?
let's say Liban is about to be terminated. He's about to be executed, and now King says, I would love Liban to be alive, and I want to be executed in his place. Is me as a person going to take away the guilt of? Is that automatically going to make a Liban innocent?
No.
Now you see.
No.
Why Liban? Can you elaborate a little bit as to why do you say no?
Because it was me who committed the unaliving.
It was you who have committed it.
Yeah.
Do you see?
So,
Now,
but still,
by-
it would not be fair of the king to take my place.
By committing to that, you that have committed it, you have committed the sin. The person who is now coming in your place is still a sinner. But there must be someone who have never sinned to erase the sins and take it away. And who is the person who have never sinned?
Who has never sinned.
You know.
Starts with a J.
You know who it is. Who is the person?
Well,
that have
when
never
it
sinned?
comes to Jesus, it does say, that no devil has touched him or his mother.
Exactly.
So,
who has never sinned?
but if he commit a minor sin, I don't know that. But it doesn't say he committed a sin, but it doesn't say the prophets had committed a sin also. But we do believe that the prophets, they do sometimes commit minor sins. They can never do a major sin, like fornication or something like that. So
No,
like a
no.
major sin,
No.
but minor sin they can commit. They are able to commit.
Now watch this.
But Jesus,
Who
Yeah.
has never committed a sin? Who is without sin?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Who do you know
I don't
amongst the
know.
prophets have never committed a sin that you yourself have read about?
Abraham.
Abraham, in that same hadith that you've quoted for me, that the people that on the day of Yom Kippur will go from Abram to Noah to Moses to Lut to
Jesus.
whoever. Sorry, who is the one?
Jesus too. He will tell people, don't come to me. Go away.
No, But was sin mentioned in that hadith? Was any sin
Um,
mentioned?
in the example of Jesus, I believe it was he said that he was fearing for himself.
Yeah, but
He
was
was in
sin
fear of
mentioned?
himself.
Was sin mentioned there?
Um,
Adam's sin was
yeah,
mentioned.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Moses' sin was mentioned. Abraham's sin
What about
have
Abraham?
mentioned. No, Abraham have mentioned.
What sin did Abraham have? What sin did Abraham have?
I think he have wronged Allah. I know I've written it somewhere. I've seen it somewhere. I just can't get to it in order for me to read it to you. But the people on the day of Yom Kiyama, they would say, can't you see in which state that we are? They will go to Abraham. Abraham said, I can't. I'm here for myself. And then Abraham will mention his sin. But there is one prophet.
I don't believe Abraham mentioned the sin. I don't believe it. He just said he was fearing he was fearing for himself, just as Jesus said he was fearing for himself.
Can anybody help me with that? Can anybody help me with that, guys? That hadith. We can go through that hadith. My
Yeah,
head.
let's go.
I've read it last night. What's wrong with me?
Yeah. You could like search up. You could like search up. Intercession on
see.
Judgment Day Islam.
The people. Let me say. Will come to Adam. Adam.
For intercession, yeah, intercession.
On the day of judgment.
Judgment, yeah.
Let me see. I'm very positive the people's waves to Adam and there we go. Let's see if please is it Jamia Tirmidhi 3148. Is it that one? For the life of me. Hello? Yeah. Let's go. We don't want to read everything.
Yeah, this guy said 6614, Bukhari.
Oh, who said so? 6614. Oh. 6614, 661.
Yeah, Bukhari, yeah.
14.
Bukhari is like,
is
the
he so
most.
good with these things? Why is he so sharp
Yeah.
with these things?
Yeah, because for example, me, I take like Bukhari and Muslim above other. It's like this is like the most authentic, So Tirmidhi is also authentic, but it's not at the same level as Bukhari and Muslim.
Oh, it's nice there at the background. What are you doing here if the
Yeah.
people is having a
Bro.
good time?
Yeah.
194,
Yeah,
194.
it's like they're like in the living room. It's
Like
like it's
having a
looking like
good time.
they're having a party or something.
You doing apologetics and they are having a good time. So who's that? Saki Muslim.
Yeah, it's a Friday, they're having a good time.
This is the break. It's Muslim. My good friend said it is Muslim. I need to go find Muslim. Yeah, guys, come
Oh,
on.
the one you gave is the wrong one.
It's the wrong
You
one.
said it's
Yeah.
the wrong one.
Guys, come on, man.
Yeah, let me. I'm searching.
Let's see. On the day of I have it. I just don't know where it is. On the day of really, guys, I'm really trying to put it here in my head. It's a very long one. Control find. Let me see if I can get Adam. Yeah, there we go. Aha. Not that one. Where did I read it? It's about the intercession, something to do with intercession, where Muhammad will be interceding. Where did I read that? I know, guys. Come on, man. Where's the Christians at, man? Adam. Next they will go to Noah. And from Noah they will go to Ibrahim. There we go. I got it. I got it. Yeah. So it is in Jamia Tirmidhi 3148, and Ibrahim says here, I supplicated against the people of the earth, so they were destroyed. So go to Ibrahim. So they will go to Ibrahim, and he
Wait,
says,
who is the first? Who is the first person? Who is the first person? That was not Abraham then. Who is
yeah,
the first person?
no, we're looking for the person that have not sinned, and you said Abraham did, but it
Yeah,
says
yeah,
Ibrahim
yeah.
lied three times.
Yeah, he lied 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, now I
Adam,
remember, yeah.
let's do Adam. Let's start from the beginning and be fair.
But I don't believe his lies were sins. I don't believe his lies were sins though.
Who? Adam?
Yeah, no, Prophet Abraham's lies. I don't believe they're sins.
Yeah, because lying is a sin.
No. Yeah, I agree. That's a general rule, but not every lie is a sin.
But here he confesses by saying, "I lied 3 times," so he is not
Yeah.
able to.
So he's
So
afraid.
we have to take the
Yeah,
interpretation
no
that
problem.
is. But let's go to
No problem.
Isa alayhi salam. He
Alayhi
did
salam.
not lie except defending Allah's religion. So go to Musa. So they will come to Musa and he will say, I took a life. True, that is true. So go to Isa. So they go to Isa and he say, I was worshipped besides Allah. So if Jesus was worshipped beside Allah, Jesus never committed a sin. Right? Other people have committed a sin. So go to Muhammad, right? And we know that Muhammad constantly, his past and future sins is forgiven. So Muhammad have sinned. So
But
the
wait,
only
wait,
one,
wait.
the catalyst here is Isa.
But wait. Let's just talk about the sins that First of all, okay, Jesus, okay, he did not sin. I do agree with that, but he was in fear because since people they worshipped him, and when it comes to Abraham, he did not sin either. He lied, but those lies were justified. He did not sin either. He lied, correct, but those lies were justified.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Moses, he was defending someone else, and he did not. It was not intention of him to unalive someone, but he did it, and that is not a sin, or maybe it was a sin, but he got forgiven for it too. But go ahead.
Shout out to everybody in the YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Sorry, Laban. Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. Would you guys like the live, guys? Would you like it in YouTube, guys? There's people sitting there watching. Would you please like it? And then also share if possible. I would highly appreciate it. Okay, so now let's dissect it. In the Quran, Allah confronted Jesus concerning what happens here in Jamia Tirmidhi. He says, did you say to the people that they must take you and your mother as lords or as gods? And then what did Jesus say? Jesus responded by saying, you know what is in my soul. I do not know what is in yours. Right? So Jesus is basically denying it when he says, I never told them. So when we look at Jamia Tirmidhi, when Jesus says this, the people have worshipped me. It is not his sin, but the sin that the people have committed. You would agree with that? 48 was 2.
Yeah.
So we
But
clearly
he was
see
still afraid. He was still afraid though. He was still afraid. But he did not commit the sin in that regard. Yeah, correct. Because he never told people to worship him, so he never committed sin in that regard.
Yeah. So he never. So we can see now. We can see that everyone else have sinned. So the only one, the only prophet.
No.
Are you still going with Ibrahim?
For example, Abraham. Yeah, Abraham, he did lie, but those lies were not sins.
Yeah, but,
For example, wait, do you believe that all lies is a sin?
yeah, I do.
Okay, let me give you one example. Let's say you have a wife, and your wife cooks a dinner for you, and that dinner is like, it's trash. It's like it is disgusting, and she tells you, how is the baby, or how is the husband, and you tell her it is delicious, it's wow, wonderful. Is that a sin?
Must I call my wife for you? Must I call my wife for you?
No, but is that a sin? Is that a sin?
I'm
that a
sorry. I'm gonna tell my wife the truth. I say, girl, today, it didn't work. So I'm not gonna
Bro,
keep it.
is that a sin? Is that a sin?
Yeah, it's a
It is a
sin.
sin.
The food,
It's a sin.
the food, it is trash. It is
You don't like it.
very
It's not
disgusting.
good. It's not good. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
don't
say,
like it. But
and you
if
say
she tells you,
delicious.
how is it? And you say it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
How is it? And you say it's good.
Yeah, then you lied. Then you lied to your wife.
Yeah. But is that lie a sin?
Yes.
I don't believe it's a sin.
No, it is. If I
No, I
tell,
don't believe
if
it's
I
sin.
don't tell her the truth, if I'm gonna continue to lie, then she's going to believe what she's done is right, and she will continue in error. If I don't help
Okay,
her,
let me give you one other example. You're at home, and there are, for example, robbers or someone that want to, like, unalive your family. They come at your door, you open, and they want to unalive you and your children and your wife, and they tell you, are your family inside? And you tell them, no, they are not inside.
to
Is that a sin?
protect them.
Yeah, to protect them. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
very
yeah. And you tell them, no, is that a sin?
no. That's a very good question. It's still going to be a
I
sin.
would say it's not.
No, it's
I
still
would-
going to be
huh?
a sin. It's still going to be a sin.
Okay, so by you protecting your family and saying, no, they're not inside, you're committing sin.
I'm still gonna lie to them.
Yeah, but I would say it's not a sin. That's not a sin. That is like, it's like reason.
To
God
protect
will
them.
not punish you. God will not punish you for protecting your family.
Now, this is
It
where
would be fair of God of punishing you
This-
because you're protecting your family.
now, Liban. Now, I'm gonna use that same idea or stance that you used right now, right? So basically, you would say, I must sin, I must lie to save their lives, basically, right? And the lie
I
would
would say
become
that's not a sin, though.
yeah, but we're not there now. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to use the same analogy. Basically, you are saying, King, if they ask you, is your family inside? And if I say no, me saying no means that I am saving their lives from being taken. Correct?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Here is where I want to bring this in. The death of Jesus Christ is the reason why I am not going to eternal condemnation, but to eternal salvation. Because Jesus decided to lay down his life in order for me not to go to Jahannam, but to be in eternity with him. So now, if I was not worthy of his death, then he would not have come down or being unalive. He could have said, I'm only doing this for me and not for someone else, but instead, he did it. He laid down his life for me. Is that wrong?
Bro, that does not answer the question I gave you, though.
Yeah, but I'm using your analogy in this way. By
Yeah,
using the
repeat it.
door, using the criminals, and using the door by them asking me, is your family inside? And me saying no. Me saying no is saving their lives. Jesus dying is saving my life. It is. He could have said, no, I'm not going to the cross. I'm not going to die. But for him dying saved my life.
Okay, what's the question? I don't get it.
So, no, it's
Can I ask? Can I
is
ask you a
part of the
question on
analogy.
your topic? Because your example is it's such an exceptional circumstance, but I
I
want to
agree.
worsen it a little.
I agree.
I want to
It's an
worsen it a
exception.
little bit.
Wait, I do believe that lying is a sin, but there's like exceptions to it. In some exceptions, we are giving 3 cases in 3 instances that we can't lie, but lying in general is a sin, correct? But sometimes,
I know that's where you're coming from. Yes,
yeah,
Takia. We know the stance on that.
yeah,
But the thing is, that is such an exceptional circumstance that you are making an example out of.
I agree.
Can we
I agree.
can we dial it back to normal circumstances?
Go ahead.
You would agree that lying is a sin in
Correct.
normal circumstances. Firstly, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because you can also agree that the example you are making is not an everyday example, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool. What is an everyday example is the example you made of King's wife cooking. There are people who cannot cook, and there are people who
Yeah.
constantly lie about the cooking, right? So that example was fine.
yeah.
But so in general, lying is a sin.
Correct.
We get that. So do you agree that it would be better for someone to not lie, for them to not sin, without appealing to exceptions? Without appealing to exceptions.
No, I would not. I would believe that sometimes some exceptions, it is better to lie than to say the truth.
Yes, if you appeal to an exception, it is. I understand your position. If you appeal to an exception, it is better to lie. That's your stance.
Yeah,
But we were firstly addressing lying as a general principle.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
sin.
yeah, correct.
So it would be better for you to not lie,
Yeah, correct.
for
Yeah,
you to not sin. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
In general, yeah.
Then it's sorted. Because when we appeal to exceptions, our opinions can vary. You can appeal to my emotions and say, there's a guy at your door. There's 3 guys at your door. He wants to unalive you. He asks about your family. King can have one answer. I can answer you and say, okay, I'll tell them my family is inside, and then I'll fight them off. I'll unalive 2 of them before they unalive me. Now I ask you, I've unalived 2 people. Is that a sin?
No,
Why is that not a sin?
because you were defending yourself and your family.
So
That's
I-
wild.
So then I don't need to lie because they can still be saved.
Yes.
Well. Okay, we just repeat your question, bro.
So the same example you're making. 3 guys at my door, or however many.
Let's say
wanna-
let's say 10 guys. Let's say 10 guys.
Okay, let's make it even more of an exception. But
Yeah.
let me entertain myself. I'm a military veteran. I'm able to take out the 10 guys. Let's just even the playing field quickly.
No, you're not able to
I
take out
fight
the
off.
guys.
No,
they
just
have
hang on.
guns. You don't have a gun.
It's fine. I'm going to put my own life on the line. I'm following a biblical principle
Yeah.
that no greater love than for a man to lay down his life for another. So I'm applying that principle here. So there's 10 guys at the door. They have guns. It doesn't matter. I'm going to fight them off in order to protect my family. I kill 9.5 of them.
Huh?
The guy, before he passes away, gets 3 shots off and I die. But I've unalived them. Was that unaliving a sin?
Of you defending yourself is not a sin.
And they unalived me. Is that a sin?
Yeah, it is.
Laban, you great man. You
Laban.
good. You good man. You good. You good.
Yeah, I don't get your point.
The point of Neferson is, let's start at the beginning, that I don't have to lie to the criminals. I don't have to lie to them. There's a possibility that my family will still be saved if I don't lie and we fight to the end. In the end, if I
But-
win, they're still alive.
But let's say you lie and they get away. But if you tell the truth, they will not get away. Would you lie?
Who now? I feel it's something
Huh?
different. I feel it's a different subject. Can you
No,
elaborate
no,
a
no.
little
Let's
bit
say,
more?
okay, let's say they're out the door, and if you do lie, if you do say, okay, they're at my grandma's house or something like that, they're away, and that would mean that they would believe you, so your family would not be unalived. But if you do say they are inside, they would be unalived.
Depending.
You only have those two options.
Depends.
So
Depends. Will they come through?
no, wait, bro. You only have
Circumstantial.
those two options. You only have those two options. Would you lie or would you tell the truth? I would lie. I would say there is somewhere else. Go there. I would lie.
And
Would you lie?
what if they unalive you and then they unalive your family as well? What is the point of your lie?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but in this example, you only have those two options. Either you lie and you save them, or you tell the truth and they get unalived.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do?
Is that the question for me? I thought we
Yeah.
passed out. I think I think my response will
And
not
Neferson too.
change.
And Neferson too. Neferson.
Yeah,
What?
look, that's what I was saying, is that our responses could be so different. King could, for instance, say, listen, I'm choosing not to answer. It's only, I'm choosing not to answer.
And then they would
Neferson,
get unalived.
listen.
If you
look,
lie, they would get
in
the
the
same.
in the exceptional example that you are making, it can go either way. In Neferson's response, he's saying, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to tell them, my family's at home. What are you going to do about it?
That's not
Listen,
a possibility.
what do you mean? You're saying,
Bro,
here's the
in
thing.
this example, that's not a
The
possibility.
problem, the problem I have with your example is you are essentially stripping me of my personal agency within that situation.
I am. This
You
this
are,
this is
but
an
that's what
example.
makes it an exception. This is
Yeah,
what
I do
makes it
agree.
an exception.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you that sometimes lying can be good in
Look,
exceptions.
at our level, lying could seem good, which is why I said to you earlier, do not appeal to my emotions, because everybody's
not.
response is different. You are. My
No,
family's
but I'm not.
Look,
But
here's the
you
thing.
don't want to
Here's
answer
the
the
thing.
question though. The first
Here's
you
the
don't
thing. No,
answer.
I am answering it.
Okay,
You are expecting
would
it.
you lie or
You-
not? Would you lie? Those
I
two
wouldn't
options
lie.
is the only options that you have.
Without you stripping me of my personal agency in that situation, I still wouldn't lie.
Okay,
I
you would
do
not
something
lie. So
about it.
you would tell the truth and they get unalived.
No, I tell the truth and do my very best to make sure they don't get analyzed.
Okay, you do your very best, but your very best is not enough. So you would
I still wouldn't
tell
lie.
the truth and they would get unalived.
I don't see why you are advocating that lying is a necessary thing that needs to happen in this.
In this example, you only have two options.
For
Either
you,
lie,
yes.
yeah.
For you.
But I'm giving you an example. It's just
I'm
an
giving you my
example, man.
response. I'm telling you
But
it's
your
not
response is
necessary.
outside of this example, though.
It's not. I'm
no,
telling you
no.
it's not necessary.
Liban, I think from a personal point of view, from a Christian point of view, no, I'm not gonna lie.
You're going to tell the truth and they get unalived.
Yes, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not the
And they get
savior.
unalived.
I am not their savior. If anything happens to me, I
Okay.
am not their savior.
Okay, would God punish you for them getting unalived just because you lied?
No. Do you
So
know
it
why?
would not be a sin then,
Do you know why I say so?
because you are saved.
No, because I am not transgressing his law by lying to get someone else saved. If I end up eternal condemnation because of a lie, my friend, then yes, I am guilty of that lie. And dying without repentance, I'm gone.
Brother, we can on this point we can agree to disagree. I wanna move the conversation forward to you believing that you are saved. Do you believe that you are saved?
I'm saved by grace.
Okay, so you will enter heaven. Whatever happens, you will enter heaven.
No, not that. That's a good question. Whatever happens, what do you mean by whatever happens?
Yeah, so you said you're saved. Correct?
Yep.
You're saved, correct?
Yeah,
So that would mean whatever happens, you're saved.
No, what is whatever? It's loaded. You have to unpack whatever.
Whatever you do in the next 50 years of your life, you will get heaven.
No, it's not guaranteed.
So you're not saved then.
No, saving, and I get what you mean because I wanted to unpack it. I know exactly. I know exactly what you mean, but I want you to unpack the term whatever happens. That is what I wanted to unpack. I know what you mean,
Yeah.
and I have the answer,
Yeah.
but I want you to say it.
Okay. I'm gonna say, for example, you go and do many sins in the next 50 years of your life. For example, you fornicate, you do many sins. Would you say then you would still get heaven because you're saved?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Because your question is, once saved, always saved. My response to
Yeah.
that is no.
Okay, so you're not saved then. You cannot say you're saved, but at the same time you're not saved.
No. Because the ideology behind that
Again,
question,
there's a contradiction.
yes, the ideology behind that question is of such a nature, it's extremely demonic. And I don't know why people is playing with that type of question, thinking that it is a good one. It's a horrible one. And I will explain why I say so. The reason why I say it's absolutely demonic is this, is that I can take the salvation of Christ, which covers me, and then in that salvation play with sin, which is not for me to do, and be under the pretense that I am saved, and by what I'm doing is then therefore right. The sin, what I'm doing is right. It is serving two masters. It is either I serve God and I follow his decree, or I serve the devil and I do what he is doing. So I cannot be the wolf in sheep clothing here. I cannot say I am a sheep, but I act like a wolf. It is impossible, because what we are doing is that we are playing with eternal condemnation, Laban. So if you're saying that whatever I do in the next 50 years, I will still go to heaven, no, God cannot be mocked. The Bible says is that if we crucify Christ in public once again, because we are pretending to be Christians and do whatever non-Christians is doing by crucifying Christ. I disagree. I can lose my salvation. I can end up in hell. I can. It is possible. Why? Because I'm outside of the will of God. It is not guaranteed for me. It is not something that I take lightly. It is not something that I can say, yo, Jesus, I accept you. And right after that, I go and do whatever Jesus was supposed to save me from. Then the salvation of Christ means nothing.
But
so
brother,
my answer is no.
Okay. So brother, if you say that it's not a guarantee that you're going to end up in heaven,
Yep.
why do you say then that you are saved?
Why do I say that I'm saved? Because salvation means, or conversion means, to turn from. What am I turning from? I'm turning from what kept me from Christ. And that is what? Sin. Correct?
You're not answering my question. My question is,
I am.
you say that you are saved, but you also say it's not a guarantee that you're saved. So what is it? Is it that you're saved, or is it that you have the possibility of getting saved?
What did I say, Laban? Can you repeat as to what I was saying? Why I say that my salvation is not guaranteed if I serve two masters?
Yeah, you said that you could fall into many sins that would go against God, and then you could lose your salvation.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah. So if you can lose your salvation, why then do you say that you are saved? You can't say you are saved. You can't say, for example, I have the possibility of getting saved, but you don't know if you're saved. You
No,
don't
it's
know
not.
that.
It's not a possibility, because Jesus.
Do you know if you're saved or not? Do you know if you're saved or not?
No, wait, hold on.
Do you know now?
Let me stick with a possibility. It's not a possibility. There's no such thing as it's a possibility that you are saved. Remember? Because in that same argument of it's a possibility that I'm saved, meaning that Christ never died. It is not a real thing. Then I'm a double-minded man. Did Christ die? Which is my salvation? Did he not die? Which is not my salvation? It's not a possibility. It is a known fact. This is it, baby. There's no way I
It's a
can
fact you're saved. It's a fact you're saved.
Say again?
So did you say that it's a fact that you are saved?
It's a
That you're going
fact
to
that
enter
it's a
heaven?
fact that I'm saved because Christ have died.
Okay, so it's a fact. Okay, so it's a fact that you're going to enter heaven, correct?
Oh, that is not what I'm saying. Remember
What
I
are you saying
said,
then, bro?
based on your question that in the next 50 years, am I guaranteed that I'm telling you, no, I might fall. Tomorrow I might do it.
Why then do you say you are saved? Then you should not say you're saved because you don't know the future.
Because my salvation in Jesus Christ is me continuing to believe and trying to abstain from sin. Now, Lyman, just a
But you
quick
could
one.
lose. You could lose that salvation.
I
You
can
could
if
lose that salvation,
I
correct?
can, not because Christ is
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
it away.
So you're not saved.
No, wait, hold on.
You're not saved.
No,
then.
wait. Not because Christ is taking it away. Do you understand? It's because I am the one who lives. It's me. Christ have still
Can I
died.
ask this guy a question, King?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Live, and let me just understand your point. Are you saying that because there's a possibility that something can be taken away from you, that you are not actually that thing? That was what you just said to King now, right?
Yeah.
So that's your argument. Like, okay. If I'm the CEO, but I could lose my position, does that mean I'm not the CEO?
No, you are the CEO.
Okay, so an actual state versus a potential state is not actually an argument here. It doesn't make a difference. That's actually what you're telling me.
Well, I would say that's analogous because when you are the CEO, you are the CEO. But you could lose it. You could lose. You could get. I don't know if a CEO could get fired, but can a CEO get fired?
Listen, explain how it's not analogous.
It's not analogous because when it comes to being saved, it's not something that you are. It's something that you have the possibility of achieving. A CEO, that's a fact of reality. But this guy is saying, it's a possibility that I'm getting saved when I go to Judgment Day. But in 50 years time, he could leave Christianity. Would he still be saved? That's what I'm saying.
Right, and that's the thing. When the CEO loses his position, he stops being the CEO. But while he is the CEO, despite the possibility, would you still argue that he's not the CEO?
No.
Then how are you building an argument?
Again, then I would say I would not say it's analogous, bro, because a
Explain
CEO.
how it's not analogous.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're trying to explain it, it's like a CEO. The fact of the matter is he is the CEO. Okay, so there's no ambiguity about it. But a person that is saved. Okay. Maybe I get what
You see the problem, Liben. You see the problem with that argument.
I'm getting what you're saying. I'm getting what you say. I'm getting you.
Yeah, that's a bad argument, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I get what you're saying. But again, then getting saved. I don't know how to respond to that, man. To be honest, I don't know.
Here's how you respond to it, Liben. You stop using the argument altogether because it's a bad one. That's the best response.
Maybe, bro. Maybe.
No, definitely.
Well, I'll have to I'll have to think on that. I'll have to have a day or two to think about. You came with a very good example, so I'll choose that. No problem, bro.
What was the example, guys?
let me
Sorry,
help you.
I didn't hear.
Define salvation, Liben. Define salvation as you understand it.
Salvation, I would say, is getting to heaven.
So salvation is not the same thing as being delivered from something, from evil, from a punishment.
No, I would not say that. I would say salvation would mean to go to heaven.
Okay. What would stop you from getting to heaven?
There's many things that can stop me from getting to heaven. First of all, worshipping multiple gods. would surely enter you to hell.
What class or category or position or state of affairs with your Lord you say that committing shirk puts you in?
Yeah, you would be a disbeliever if you
Okay.
if you commit shirk knowingly. You know, there's like, you know, if you unknowingly commit shirk, it's like it's not the same as, you know, knowingly doing it.
Okay. So let's just say you are in a state of disbelief, or you are in a state of you are incurring Allah's wrath or judgment, because the Quran says He will not forgive shirk. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you
No,
are
no,
in a
wait, no. He forgives all sins, but he would
Except
not
for shirk.
forgive if no. He forgives shirk too, but if you die in shirk, he will not forgive it. If you die in a state of you committing shirk, he would not forgive it. But if you're on this earth, you commit shirk, and then you turn to God, he will forgive you. He forgives all sins.
King, can you search the Quran verse that says Allah will not forgive shirk?
Got it.
Yeah, I know it. But is it saying on this earth, or is it saying if someone dies upon it?
Well, let's pull up the verse and we'll see.
Well, we can pull up the verse that, you know, says that, you know, God forgives all sins, and there are plentiful of verses that say God forgives all sins.
Well, either we have a contradiction, or He forgives all sins except shirk.
Now watch this.
Well, let's go to the verse that, you know, saying that, you know, He will not forgive
Chapter
shirk,
4,
because
verse
I believe
48.
that it
Chap-
is.
chapter 4, 48.
Yeah. Okay,
Chapter
read
4,
it, bro.
116. Chapter 4, 150, 153. And then the one
can read
that
it.
says, must I read all of it? Okay, cool. Allah forgive
Just read
not
one.
that Allah forgive not that partners should be set up with Him, but He forgiveth anything else to who He pleaseth. To set up a partner with Allah is to devise a sin most heinous indeed. That is chapter 4, verse 48. 4, 116.
So anything else.
Huh?
So it says anything else, right? Forgives all sins, but anything else.
Can I read the
Well,
verse?
then again, you
Can I
know,
read the verse that says
again-
where He forgives shirk? Do you want that one
Okay,
crafted?
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Chapter 25, verse 68 to 70, it says, those who invoke not with Allah any other God, nor slay such life as Allah has made sacred, except for those cause, nor commit fornication, and any that does this meets punishment. The penalty on the day of Yom Kiyamah will be double to him, and he will dwell therein in ignominy, unless he repents, believes, and works righteous deeds. For Allah will change the evil of such a person into good, and Allah is often forgiving and most merciful. So we can see here, when it talks except for just cause, he's talking about those who do repent. He can forgive their shirk.
Okay. Perfect. Now, Liban, this actually re-prompts my question. In order for you to get to heaven, you have to be forgiven from a certain position or delivered from a certain state of affairs or a status in relation to Allah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So therefore we can class salvation as deliverance from your own evil.
No, I would not say that, because I believe you attain heaven by the mercy of God. It's not something that you do. You attain it by God being merciful to you and Him letting you go into heaven.
The verse that King just read, does that not supply the mechanism that although your sins must be punished, Allah turns that into a good? He turns your sin, your evil into good when you repent. So there's a
Yeah.
mechanism, right?
Yeah, it's a mechanism, but the mechanism I said is in line with it, because I said it's by the mercy of God.
Right, but
It's
what I'm
because
saying
it's
is,
God, yeah.
what I'm saying is salvation is the consequence of said mechanism, right? So we can define salvation as being delivered from your evil, hence the mechanism, right?
Could you repeat the question?
I'll repeat the question. Since the Quran gives us the mechanism and we understand that salvation is the consequence of said mechanism, right? You receive God's mercy as a consequence of said mechanism. Then we can define salvation as being delivered from your own evil. Why? Because you get into heaven by Allah changing it to good.
The thing is, it's like, a
I'm just
lot
reading your
that you
book,
just
bro.
said. There's
I'm just
a
reading your
lot
book,
that you
bro.
said. And I don't like use those type of terms, I don't use that. I say salvation
I'm just reading your book,
or
bro.
you didn't read my book. You came with an argument, bro.
No. King just read the scripture. I'm not using foreign terminology. We read your book, bro.
No, but again though, I don't use those type of terminologies. Like I told you, we enter heaven by the mercy of God. He forgives us and we enter heaven. So what's your point?
My point is that I'm giving you a definition of salvation in order to help you understand why the argument you posited is a bad one and why you should never ever use it ever again. Salvation, yes, we receive mercy. I understand that. I'm not contesting that. What I'm saying is that the Quran supplies a mechanism by which you are delivered from the punishment Allah would otherwise curse you with. So by repentance, He forgives you, but it doesn't simply mean He forgives you. He turns you to good. What was evil about you is turned to good. Therefore, you are saved and delivered from your evil. Is that not the mechanism that the Quran supplies you with?
Bro, to be honest, I don't understand your question. But again,
Okay.
it's now getting late. It's now getting
Liven,
late. So
let's
I
check.
have it.
Let's
Bro,
check
we
if
just let me, bro. Let me
Liven,
just
no. It's fine. We're gonna
just
help you. We're gonna help you get there. It's fine. Don't worry.
no,
Don't worry.
bro. Wait. I have to. Wait.
Nefison,
Bro. I
unmute for
have
a
to leave.
second.
King.
Nefison, unmute for a
I've
second.
been here for a long time, and I have to leave.
No, it's cool.
But I would thank you for the conversation. It was a really respectful conversation. So yeah, thank you.
Liven. God bless.
Shab
One
bless,
Liven.
bro.
day you shall come to true salvation when you understand what it actually is. God bless you.
God bless you,
Well,
man.
I only need God, and I believe that God is merciful. He's just. I don't believe
But
that
yes,
an innocent person can die for my sins. I don't believe that.
No,
Liben, I just have a quick question. I'm also gonna jump
But
off.
just
I've
make
been
quick.
wanting. Yeah, I will. So when you say that you know that God is just, I have two questions for you. When you say that you know that God is just, what does that mean for your salvation, specifically within Islam?
What it means for my salvation is that God being just is that he will not do me wrong when it comes to salvation. He will not do me wrong. He would be fair. That's what I mean.
That's what it means to you. So in chapter 4 verse 49, I'm not sure if King still has it up, when it says that no, Allah purifies whom He wills, and they will not be wronged. Does that not change the concept of salvation to the point where even if you believe that He is just, it does not mean that you are included in the ones He purifies? Because remember, you are not deciding what His will is. He is deciding. So neither your actions, neither the posture of your heart, neither tax that you pay, it doesn't matter anything. He purifies who He wills.
No, I disagree, bro. I disagree. You can choose to get purified by choosing
okay. So I think that is exactly what Grafter is saying. I'm not throwing a proposition at you. I'm reading the Quran. That's what the verse says. He purifies whom He wills. I'm not saying, I'm not making a statement. I'm reading.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and He purifies those who do good. And those who do good is those that people that He chose because they did good. And you have the possibility of choosing good, and you have the possibility of choosing bad. And if you do choose good, God will do you for choosing good. And if you do choose evil, God will do you to choose evil because you are an evil person. So,
but yes,
that means it's by His own will, right?
everything is it's according to God's will.
Okay.
But yes, Here's the other thing. So on the basis that you can choose good. This is what you're saying. There is also a hadith that says a man can do good deeds until he is about a cubit's length from paradise, and then based on what is written for him. I'm not sure if we have access to that hadith.
Yes.
No,
You can do good your entire
I know
life.
that. Yeah,
You can do your
Yeah.
good your entire life
yeah,
up until you are cubit's length. You're familiar with it, so you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
So
I
even
know it,
your
yeah.
good deeds don't get you into paradise.
Yeah, no, my
And
good
even a
deeds will
guy's
not.
bad deeds don't get him into hellfire,
Wait,
because
wait,
then
wait.
Allah turns it around
Wait,
based on
bro,
what was
my good
written for him.
deeds, my good deeds will not get me to paradise. No, I will only enter into heaven or into paradise by God's mercy. I cannot, attain salvation by myself. There's going to be a man on Judgment Day. He's going to say to God, "I've done so many good things. You should enter me." And God, I believe that God will not even enter him to heaven, because he will weigh up his the things that he was given, like for example, eyes, hearing, and so on. So we only obtain salvation by God's mercy. But guys, thank you very much, and God bless, and may God guide us all to the truth.
And enjoy Liber.
Shalom, Laban.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my guy. It was great having you here. It's awesome. I have to ask, gentlemen, since you both are saved, based on the response, and specifically 449, Allah purified whom He will. What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee of going to heaven? What is that?
That's it. That was exactly my question to him. Is that you can't guarantee? Because if you say that I can guarantee, then you are essentially taking from Allah His will, and you are deciding for yourself. So then it's no longer His will. I'm choosing that you are going to will for me that I'm purified. That's what Liban is saying.
That's uncertainty. You're uncertain.
I'll add on to that. If you guarantee me something, you are a
Sorry.
Die longe, help him. If you assert that salvation is guaranteed for you, like with any other thing that you attempt to guarantee, you are actually implicitly saying, I have control over this outcome. Like, for example, a cashback guarantee. If a company offers you a cashback guarantee, they are telling you that they have full control over the outcome of their bank account. They have the full ability to pay you back. It's not by chance. So, like, for someone to say they guaranteed salvation actually removes the choice from God. So it was a nonsensical proposition that he made. He was trying to challenge your salvation while feeling self-assured about his own salvation. But then when we ask him about it, he says the opposite.
Before you asked me to ask him a question, I was about to ask him, how do you know that you are saved? But it's super cool. But what is the CEO? What is the CEO example? Because here the guys on YouTube is also saying you made an example of the CEO. What is that? I wasn't here. Sorry, my bad, guys.
So he said, could you possibly lose your salvation? You said yes. If I serve two masters, then he said, okay, then you're not saved. So I came up and I said,
Yeah.
and I said, Liban, that's a very bad argument. He said no. And I said, Liban, if I'm the CEO, is it possible for me to lose my job? He said yes. Then I said, okay, then I'm not the CEO. Would you agree with that? He said no. So I said, okay. Explain why it's not he said it's not analogous. I said, explain why. Then he couldn't. Then I said, exactly, it's a bad argument and you should never ever use it. He said, I don't know how to respond. I said, you respond by stopping the argument. Don't ever use it ever again. And then when I started pressing him, he's like, okay, I need to go.
Yeah, then you're not the CEO. If you're going to lose your job, you're not the CEO. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. No, okay. That's super. That's super cool. Let's see. We've been up here 114 minutes talking to Liban. The conversation was really good. It was really good. 114 minutes, one guest. Coming up. Yeah, that's awesome. Humans cannot judge hearts. True. Cannot. Don't know how. The heart is deceitful above all things, say the Bible. That's true. Indeed, your Lord knows best who has strayed from his way, and he knows best who is guided. Edward Sweetnam. I've seen Edward, and Edward has been hoying these verses in the chat.
I wonder if
I saw Arthur also giving verses 448, 39, 5. Yeah.
Edward, if you don't want to request up, I'd like to ask you to respond to me in the chat. Would you say only God knows hearts?
Let's see if there's a response. 16, 120, 16, 125. Call unto the way of the Lord with wisdom and fear exhortation, and reason with them, and reason with them in the better way. Lo, thy Lord is best aware of him who strayeth from his way, and he is best aware of those who. Ja, Allah, sy wil hoor nie. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy.
So if Jesus knows hearts, then that means Jesus is Lord.
That's right. Even the Quran says, or it is Islam that says, that he will tell you what you say and what is in your houses. So he knows it. He's the guy. The goat. It's the go-to. Hey, mensen. Ja, ek kan misschien van my dogtertjie vergeet. Wat?
Crafted, do you have mod? I'm sure you do, no?
I have been mod revoked. I used to have, but I don't have it anymore.
King, bring vir Edward op also.
Edward, you want to come up? You're never seen Naragan as a Mombaskof. Oh, he must. No, he must request. He have 0 followers. He must request. Yeah. Humans can only judge what is visible on the outside actions. No, Edward, are you a Christian? Let's see if Edward is. $3.29. Yes. Okay. There we go. $3.21. No, whether you conceal what is in your breasts or revealed it, Allah knows it. And He knows that which is in the heavens and that which is in the earth. And Allah is over all things competent. Really? Let's see. There's someone who said earlier on something about Allah. I think that was just a convo. How about, guys, why are you on mute? Sommige soos julle sit hier soos mute puppets. Crafted video, your video.
Okay, I'll get it.
I forgot that
Ek is gou
conversation.
besig hier in die background en man, het maak geraas.
All right, sharp. I believe in pure absolute monotheism. Okay, so Edward, are you oneness? Pure absolute.
No, he's a Muslim for sure.
Absolute monotheism. I don't think Islam is monotheistic. There's no way how Islam is monotheistic. For one, you have many gods. They have many gods. Many. And then
But also,
Mhm.
sorry, King. Also, since the topic of monotheism is there, that book you were reading earlier, the life of Prophet Muhammad, you must
Sirat
check.
Nabawi.
It's early on in the book. It mentions two daughters of Tuba. I think it was the king of the time. This was before Muhammad. They found their bodies buried with a silver tablet that had gold writing on. And on the tablet, there's something very similar to what is in the Quran about God being one or God alone. So even his claim that he believes in absolute pure monotheism or any Muslim claim for monotheism, it's not something that was strange even in that time. There were monotheistic people who believed in their respective idols or gods. I think the Najran bowed down to a palm tree at one stage. Also in the book, if you read further down. So I don't even, that's not even something that should be held on to. I believe in monotheism. Could be a very wrong version of monotheism.
Possible, yeah. Not only that, if I usually make this analogy is that around the Kaaba was 360 idols. 360 makes one circle. A combination of tawafing around that idols, which is one circle, meaning that you believe in one God. So Allah becomes the one God according to the Quran, where the Quran says He has made all of our gods one God. So Allah is a compilation of gods, which is just now one God. So their monotheism is based on quite a number of deities that they believe in, and it's prevalent through the Quran. For example, who sits on the throne? According to them, Allah sits on the throne. According to them, Muhammad sat on the throne. We have seen that even Jibril sits on the throne. So how many gods is there that sits on the throne?
How many gods sat on the throne? Is that your argument, King?
Yep. How many did? I can prove it. (1779) Al-Qurtubi says that Allah will take Muhammad to the praiseworthy station and he will sit with Allah on the throne. So how many gods is sitting on the throne here?
Okay. Now, how many gods didn't sit on the throne?
One God? One God didn't sit on the throne? Jibreel? Oh no,
Okay, how many gods is that?
It's even Muhammad, Edward. It's even Muhammad that says in okay, there we go. Now I'm in trouble. Yeah, guys, I will have to split, make like a banana and split. Yeah. Guys, just give me a second. That was the call. Is that? Sorry? Te laat voor honey. Guys, yeah, sorry, that was there is only one God on the throne. No. No. There's not one God on the throne. There's not one God on the throne. Let me see if I can help you. With something. I would love to help you with something. Since there is one God on the throne.
King is Allah's attributes also sitting on the throne with him.
Jare. Good, jy onder duims deur. I want to see something. Is it here where I've seen it? Yeah. I'll just go. Let me see. How many gods is in Islam? Wiki. Where's the thing, man? Yeah, I played iPhone like crazy. I want to show you something. I want to show it because oh yeah. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna show it to you now. What's this? This is what I need to find. This is what I need to find. I'm going to show you guys something. Allah and Muhammad is on the throne, and then to revive the people, they're going to send down something like semen. It's true. Don't take me wrong. Don't kick me now. Be seated on the sun in the sky, and will kneel down before him in fear. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's kneeling down. Where is it before I go? Something like water. It says something like water. Caitlin. Yeah, I can as a hustler. We say. Yeah, man. Let me see. Yeah, guys, I gotta find it, man. Where is it? Why did I not pay attention to it? Stand right in front of the throne. That's all right. Remains and cannot. I'm gonna get it. Cause I don't lie. I'm not a Muslim that lies. I'll show it to you before I go. I'm gonna show you something, man. I got it, man. I wonder if I don't have it on here, then I can show it to you. Can you Malika? Yeah. Let me get it. I think it's on here. 108. In the meantime, let's go cooking. I'm gonna get it. I do have it. I do have it, man. Come on. Oh man, I'm gonna get it, guys. I promise you. It's a lot. It's a lot that I have to go through, but I will get it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see it. Muhammad in Allah. It's fixed curse. Yeah, okay. I feel it. I don't have my facts correct, but court to be interpretation. Yes! Got it. Told y'all. I'm gonna get it. Let's just open up. I told you I will get it. I promised you I will get it. Here it is. No man, say. No man. Come Islam.web. Open up. Don't be shy now. You're gonna get that pew pew. Come on, open up, man. What? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, let me just translate. Let me translate this for you, then you're gonna see. Translate to English. There we go. Get this out of the way before I go. Here we go. Bring it on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, man. It's more.
King, is Edward requesting?
No, I'm not sure but I have to go anyway. Let me see who's this.
Okay.
I have to go. No, Jesus, God, Pope. I don't know what that means, man. Jesus, God. Jesus is God. Where does Jesus say, I am God? What's up, me? Bruh. He doesn't have to say it. He's just going to show you. Semen. Maar het is zo hard zijn. TikTok is sensitive. Yeah, here we go. 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 Let's see. Let me read it from you. Let's see. And he mentioned the hadith we have discussed. This creation, to be clothed on the day of resurrection will be Abraham, peace be upon him, and on the authority of Abu Salam ibn Qayyum al-Tawari, narrated on the authority of Sufyan, a topic in detail in the book of that book, right? And then it says, on the authority of Abdullah ibn Masud, Ibn Masud, my favorite, who said, God the exalted and glorified sends down water from beneath the throne like the Al-Zara, semen of men.
What did he say?
What?
What did he say?
He said semen. That guy's in the ocean that swims. Semen. You see there? Semen. So now, where is Edward now? Where is he now? Where is he now? And from it their flesh and bodies grow, just as the earth grows with soil. He recited. So why, if Muhammad and Allah sits on the throne, why do they bring water like semen of men down to the earth? For you to finish. There it is. Semen of men, bruh. There it is. And it's worse. There's more. So what is your God doing? Cannot recreate anything. He needs the semen of men. What is Allah doing, bruh? Allah, what is he doing with the semen of men? There's more. I think I was reading it earlier on, where major scholars agree. This is it. The semen. Allah is a fisherman. He is in the navy. He's dealing with semen. There we go. Guys, that is it for me. That is it for me. Right? If you think the Quran says creation is only what? What did he say? If you think the Quran says the creation is only from a male semen, read Surah. Huh? We're not talking about that, my guy. Please. This is on the day of Yom Kiyama, when Allah will destroy everything. Only His face will remain, and then He will recreate everything. That recreation over there is with semen of men. That's what He's saying. So your God, He got a couple. He got a couple of those. And God got a couple of those.
Are you saying that the new heaven and the new earth will be called Sadiq? Sadiq. Sadiq. Sadiq.
Crafted in Lexmi, bro.
Do you know that all the girls' names in Jannah will be Sadika?
Sadia. Sadia.
Do you know
a
that all the
person-
men's name will be Sadiq?
Sadiq.
Stop it, you rude infidels. Who said Prophet Muhammad sits on the throne? Me and your evidence and all of your scholars agrees in 1779. Al-Qurtubi says Muhammad sits on the throne with Allah. So what are you gonna do now, Hulk? So here we go, guys. That's it. Let me take a drive. It's gonna be a good one. Let me take a drive and pick up the people, my loved ones. To everyone sitting in the supported in the YouTube, guys. I think many of you have left. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I enjoyed it. To the guys on the panel, Crafted, Chosen, and then the guest that was in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. It is absolutely fantastic. Let me just play the rollout song.
King ooit kan niks hoor.
No, I'm playing it via YouTube. Is it all? Here we go. Sharp, guys. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Soet cookies.